Both Marvel and DC movies have been releasing for the past few decades, but none of them have introduced one of the most powerful items from the comics. This single item could stop a raging Hulk, defeat the undead, and straight up make people forget about being evil. It appeared in both Marvel and DC comics in the 70s and early 80s, then never reappeared until the Edge of Spider-Verse event in 2014. No doubt because its power was unmatched. What on earth could this item be, you may be wondering, and the answer will probably shock you. In my personal opinion, the most powerful item to ever appear in comic books had to be Hostess Fruit Pies. Spider-Man has been captured, beaten, tortured, and imprisoned by a notorious crime boss. This unnamed crime boss was smart enough to lure Parker to his base and trap him in a super steel spider net. And no, I'm not joking, it literally says that. All hope seems lost for Spider-Man as he fails to escape. He tries a wonderful plan and just asks very politely for the guard to let him out. And for some strange reason, that beautifully crafted plan didn't work. The man replies, "No chance, Webhead, not even for $1 million." Now the stakes are set. This short interaction shows that the man is loyal to the crime boss, and he can't be easily swayed with the prospect of money. Spider-Man has to use his last resort. No? How about some delicious Hostess fruit pies? Gee, you got Hostess fruit pies? Never go any place without them, and you could have them all if you set me free. Remember, this man said he wouldn't be bribed by money, but then he gets bribed by literal candy. In the last panel, Spider-Man proclaims to the reader, "Now to take care of the crime boss and the rest of the gang. Between my webbing and some delicious Hostess fruit pies, they haven't got a chance," as he holds up a pie to show the reader. The short issue is the perfect one to start on because it shows all of the powers that the fruit pies hold. It first shows its power to wipe memories via the guard forgetting that he won't be bribed. This issue mainly shows the pie's ability to erase crime. Apparently, Hostess fruit pies are so good in the Marvel universe that villains will just forget to be bad. This opens up a new question. Could the heroes be bribed by villains to forget to be good? The rabbit hole that this unstoppable force opens up has to be explored to know the true power of this weapon. My personal favorite part about this comic is the part where Spider-Man tells the guard that he'll give him all of the pies, but then he has more to give to the crime boss at the end, meaning Spidey didn't give the man all of the pies. Then the comic book ends with, "You will get a big delight in every bite of Hostess trademark fruit pies." That was just a short introduction to this unstoppable weapon. Now let's move on to what DC has to offer. The story opens on Batman and Robin searching for the professor and his beautiful daughter. Now, Batman, why do you have to specify that the daughter is beautiful? This is such a random detail, but it makes Batman seem really, really creepy. For the sake of this comic, I'm going to assume that the daughter is over 18 or Batman has a bit of explaining to do. The two got kidnapped by a mummy after the professor violated the tomb of his ancestors. The mummy is so mad that he's going to trap the two in a cave together. But Batman and Robin get there just in time. Robin pulls out his special mummy ray gun, but that doesn't work on him. Well, after all, you can't kill a mummy. Right, he's already dead. What'll we do? Robin? I didn't think I would have to ask you this, but why on earth do you have a special mummy ray gun if it doesn't work on mummies? At this point, all hope seems lost, until Batman decides to pull out his secret weapon. Before moving on, I just want to say that I may have lied to you. The fruit pies aren't the only secret weapon. Twinkies also appeared a lot in the comics. Since the Twinkies and fruit pies were made by the same parent company, I'm going to count them as just one thing because they have the same powers. Now Batman gives the mummy the Twinkies, and he just forgets to be evil. Do you see what I mean? This is unbeatable so far. Then the comic ends with its reoccurring catchphrase, "You will get a big delight in every bite of Hostess trademark Twinkies." The next comic is clearly the most terrifying example of the power Hostess Fruit Pies has over these comic book characters. The roller disco devils have been terrifying the town. Keyword terrifying. These people are innocent, they just roll around all day blasting their music. Annoying? Yes, of course, but these people are doing nothing illegal. Lots of parents aren't letting their kids outside because of these completely innocent citizens roaming the streets. This, of course, is awful, because how else would the kids be able to buy Hostess fruit pies? I also want to bring attention to the music that they're listening to. I actually love this song. It's called Yeah Yeah Rock Roll. Yeah Yeah Baby, Woo Woo, Rock Roll. Yeah Yeah. This amazing music attracted the attention of the Hulk, sending him into battle. He lifts up the street and rolls it along the ground, crushing skulls and breaking spines of all the innocent pedestrians listening to the music on the streets. No, the streets. No, the streets are safe and quiet, he says as he sits atop of a pile of corpses. And what do you mean the streets are safe? There is no street anymore. But don't worry, the Hulk and the kids can now eat their Hostess fruit pies, now that they killed all of the people mildly inconveniencing them. I like the real fruit filling. Apple, cherry, peach too. Wow, that's a great crust. Why can't all humans be nice like Hostess fruit pies? I wonder why, Hulk. Maybe it's because you just turned 24 people into a human burrito. And don't you forget, you will get a big delight in every bite of Hostess trademark fruit pies. I think you get the idea at this point. People, alive or dead, will just forget their plans and loyalties to have a Hostess fruit pie. It's not just villains forgetting their ways. Give Hulk a Twinkie and he'll destroy dozens of people for you. So this begs the question, are the Hostess treats an unstoppable weapon that will convince people to do anything? Well, there's only been a few recorded weaknesses of the fruit pies. This first one starts with the Joker. The first comic shows Joker being cornered in a building with no way out. Then he gets a brilliant idea. He throws the fruit pies for the cops to get, and they take the bait. As established before, the pies have some sort of mesmerizing ability to them that makes everyone drop what they're doing and just chow down. The Joker escapes through a back alley, but gets caught by the police. The police does an on-scene interrogation and asks why the Joker didn't eat the pies himself. And what the Joker replies with shocks everyone. Well, officer, I don't like them. Wow, he really is crazy. This establishes the only weakness for the pies. Crazy people! Because after all, only a crazy person wouldn't like Hostess fruit pies. In the second issue, the Joker disguises himself as a clown. But like, a different clown. And then he joins the circus to assassinate this random dude for no reason. The guy offers the Joker some Hostess fruit pies, but the Joker refuses, claiming he doesn't like them. The guy literally calls the police and the Joker gets arrested because, as stated before, only a crazy person wouldn't like Hostess fruit pies. And don't you forget, you will get a big delight in every bite of Hostess trademark fruit pies. Another aspect help proving its weakness is the death of Peter Parker. The power of the Hostess fruitcakes was too much to keep in Earth 616, so it got changed at a later date to take place in Earth 51914. In the Spider-Man short, Late for a Date, it shows Peter Parker running across buildings in the city, trying to get to his date with MJ as quickly as possible. In his hands he carries flowers and golden sponge cakes. This comic was released in 2014, so Marvel probably no longer had the rights to print about Hostess fruit pies, but it is clear what they're referencing, so I will continue calling them the fruit pies. Spider-Man just can't swing, or else he might drop the most precious resource in this particular universe. Out of nowhere, Spider-Man gets knocked off the wall with a mighty blow, putting him face to face with a stranger he has never met before. Hey pal, what's your problem? You almost made me drop my girl's posies. I'm Morlun Spider-Man, and I'm here to feast on you. Yeah? Why don't you feast on these first? A vampire with family issues that travels the multiverse to eat spider totems is definitely insane, so the fruit pies don't work on him. Sadly, Peter has been doing this whole fruit pie method since the 70s, so he didn't know what to do, and he died in advertising heroes. What a sweet and succulent soul you have. the greatest snack of all. And remember, you will get a big delight in every bite of spider totems. This new discovery gives the pies some more lore. Its powers are that they can hypnotize people into doing things they normally wouldn't do, convince villains to forget to be bad, and vice versa with heroes, and it possibly has a mind wipe power. Its only weakness is that it doesn't work on crazy people. During researching for this video, I looked to see if they have a Marvel wiki page, and it actually did. There's not much there, so I think it needs to be updated with these newfound powers and weaknesses. Now, there's only one lingering question. Was it all worth it? I mean, really, I can't seriously argue that Hostess fruit pies are the strongest item in both DC and Marvel comics. It's not that they're too powerful to be on the big screen, it's just nobody cares about this piece of history because it was just a blatant cash grab. I mean, a big greedy corporation like Marvel or DC wouldn't just say yes to ads and accidentally throw off their canon, would they? Nah, they won't do something that cheap and lazy. The fruit pies just must have to be that powerful. To be honest for a bit, I don't think that these comics were that good. Obviously the story was awful, but how the comics were presented is worse. It's obvious to older viewers that this is sponsored, but it might not be to younger audiences. I feel that this type of advertising is really predatory, and it could ruin a company's reputation in some people's eyes. On a lighter note, this is my first video on this channel. I'm hoping to release more content soon, so if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. It will help out a lot and motivate me to make more videos. I really hope you enjoyed this semi-retrospective on a weird time in comic history, and have a good day.